So this next video, it's been a requested video on how to trim those big fluffy ears. I'm going to try to do actually 3, maybe 4 different ones, 2 poodles, Cocker Spaniel, and then a double-coated breed, just so we can get it all on one video. So you want to make sure your dog is bathed and combed out thoroughly first. He has tassel ears, so first you're going to, if I can get this good enough, brush it all flat. And I like to straighten out the ear flap. So I'm going to use my fingers to straighten it out, to hold it. And then I have my 7-inch straight shears. And I like to have a very wide bottom and then tapered up on the edges. So now we're just going to trim across the bottom. Always start out with smaller amounts. That way you don't ever take off way too much at the beginning and you're not happy with it. But this way we can work slowly up to a shorter ear. And then I like to flip it underneath, rebrush, hold it again flat. You can see that I missed some of the underside stuff, so we're going to trim that. And then I like to look at it from the front to see if we are even, if I've missed anything. And then obviously eventually I'll do the same thing on this side. And then we'll compare the two to make sure that we have the same length on both sides. How short you go is really up to you. It's your choice. As you can see, we're pretty even. We have a little bit more. We can trim off this side. Just play around with it until you get the look you want. And then, oops, sorry, somebody had asked me how to thin them out. So here I have, I think they're probably about 5-inch. They're considered thinning shears. Obviously they have teeth on one side and a straight blade on the other side. And if you have those really puffy ears, what you can do is you take this, you have to pay attention to where the ear leather is. So up under here, I'm going to hold the ear leather just so that I know where it is. You don't want to go in this direction because you'll end up with lines. So you're going to want to try to keep it underneath, and you're only going to make one cut. Again, I have my thumb under there, so I'm making sure that I'm not getting that leather, the ear leather at all. And then I'm going to comb it out. What the thinning shears do is it only cuts little parts of the hair versus an entire section. So as you can see, I've gotten some length or some amount out from that. And then after I do that, I do want to just double check, make sure I didn't have any hair that I forgot or missed for trimming. We do right here. And come back around the front, you can see that this one is really laying a little flatter than this one is. This one still has a lot of body or poof to it. It's not permanent, obviously the hair grows, so it's going to thicken back up again and start to poof out again. But that's that. All right, so here's the second version of the trimming of the ears. This is little Indie. This is Cocker Spaniel. So it's going to be the same theory as with the poodle. I'm going to hold the ear flat as I can. Like I stated it with the poodle, I like the wider bottom ear. So we're just gonna, I am making a note of where the end of the ear leather is. And then we're gonna trim a little bit at a time. And then we're gonna check. Always check underneath in here. Make sure that that's not hanging lower than the rest of the ear, especially after you trimmed it. And then let it play normally. As she moves it around, you can see maybe if you've missed anything. But it's very similar to the poodle ear. Come back, just get anything that you might have forgot. Maybe trim it up shorter if that's what you would like. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Alright, so here's another one of our videos. In this one, we're going to show how to sculpt in the ear or round it more. So the last two, we had kept it very wide, as you can see here, but this Scarlet here, she likes to get out and play around and stuff, so we're going to trim it up so that hopefully to avoid any knots. 10-inch comb and 7-inch shears. So same idea, start across the bottom. Again, I do still like my ears very wide. But I'm going to pull it back here so I can come underneath here and trim this up more. One of you, huh? You want to say hello to everybody? So as you can see, we still have a little bit of extra stuff, but we got a tighter curl there, or shape. And then the same with the front. And I'm always making sure I know exactly where her ear leather is. Alright, that's pretty much the gist of that. Just scissoring as you see whatever might be sticking out. And that's that.